everyone, it is I, Tristan from Crafting Worlds, and today we're bringing you another Hall Effect keyboard. I actually just started to get like really Hall Effect-y, so I think I found like the perfect combination of switches and boards, and we're not going to get into that in this, but just like check out my channel, subscribe for it, because I think I've found the Hall Effect Endgame. That being said, it's going to be expensive. So if you're looking for budget and you want that Hall Effect experience, well, I think I found a good one for you. This is the Mechlands M75. Here it is. And this is everything that comes in the box. So you have extra switches, you have an extra keycap because it has a removable knob. Look at this. Got 4 little pins there. And those 4 little pins push right into there. And then you have an adjustable knob. Not only that, you can actually customize the knob in the software so you can scrub in videos or whatever you want that to be. Very cool feature. You may recognize this look, the gray keys with the black outsides and the green from the Blade 75 that we looked at. They are going with this color scheme only. Actually, that is the only color scheme that they have. This is a $69 board. This is a 75% layout. It's got all of the features that you would expect in a Hall Effect keyboard. It's got south-facing RGB, and it has all the esports functionality. Now, what does it not have? It doesn't have wireless or Bluetooth. I figured I would let you know that now because I know a lot of people, you know, that's a deal breaker for them. So if you want, you can like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications for when I do talk about those wired and Bluetooth Hall Effect keyboards. Until then, let's talk more about this. So it has 8K polling, which is actually really easy when you're not doing wireless. Honestly, I cannot tell the difference between 1K and 8K, and I don't think most humans can. So you're good no matter what here. It has that replaceable knob, but also the Mechlands sells, I think, for Ajaz as well. And Ajaz has a knob with the 4 buttons and a screen. So if this is not to your liking and you want those 4 buttons and a knob and a screen, you do have options for Hall Effect. Just keep that in mind. They did do some really cool aesthetics here. Here's the back of the board. It has an on and off switch, which I'm not quite sure what you do with that. I don't know why I haven't seen this in a very long time. And your USB and Mac and Windows. It does not come with the Windows keys, so keep that in mind. And then here is the side view. It's got these slits in it. I do wonder how that will hold up over time with dust, but I would assume it would be okay. But Hall Effect switches do tend to get dusty. But yeah, there's the other side, and there is the knob that comes in and out. Really neat, actually. Just a heads up, I do want to show you something. So here is one of the switches. Yeah. So once you put that switch in, if you notice the little piece of plastic is missing here, it is very difficult to get that out. I'm going to put this back in here so you can see. And so I had to use my own tool, not the one they gave me. And I broke the crap out of that because there is this 4-pin thing here. See the 4 pins right there? It is hard to get in there to grab this switch. So when you go in there to grab this switch, the chance that you're going to do that is very high. And so, yeah, I busted this pretty good. It's good that they have an extra switch, but keep that in mind if you are, you know, putting in and out. The way that this is designed does make it hard to take the switch out once it is in there. So make a decision on whether or not you want to just have the knob or the switch. Or you may break your switch. It comes with a nice braided cable, which is good considering that it's wired only. And then it comes with a keycap puller. And it comes with the insert button that you would replace that with. Like with any Hall effect keyboard. It is really all about the software. So let's take a look. Here is the software. And again, like the normal Mechlands software, it is this again. I don't like this software personally, but it gets the job done. And I'll explain to you why I don't like it in a little bit. But it does give you some customization, so you can change the scrolling for the wheel. So that's great for video editors or even in-game stuff. You can change the button, the press, and you can change pretty much every single key here. And that's great. Also, it does have, let me show on this. It does have a caps, scroll lock, and Windows light up button, which is great. So you know if those are active. But yeah, this is, okay, so let's go into the Hall effect. And so you have to like click things to make it happen. So normally you could just press a button and this would, show you the actuation, but you actually have to turn simulation mode on, then it loads. And now you can do that, but then you have to turn it off and it loads. There's a lot of loading in this software. Even for the RGB, there's loading. And then you like, this is I don't know, man, look at all the text here. Like it's all just smushed onto it and it has kind of an explanation for stuff, but for people that don't really understand this stuff, it's not new Hall effect user friendly. So whereas I would be like, okay, cool. I understand this and I understand how to adjust it and the rapid trigger and all that stuff. It's not super clear here because you can switch switches, which is great. If you switch out your own, it gives you options on what you can click. Now, it doesn't have all the switches that are out there, so I don't know if this thing will calibrate itself. It says you can start calibrating here, but I guess I'm confused. Like, is this just so that if you have these, you don't have to calibrate? Or see, once again, the software is just not really very intuitive. And when you click on these, it doesn't really, you know what I mean? It doesn't really tell you. It's got the normal advanced settings. And it, again, here's all your snap keys, TGL, MT, DKS, all that good stuff for your Hall effect. But again, it doesn't explain any of it. So I do feel as though people are going to have trouble if they don't understand all of this stuff. And Hall effect, again, is all about the software. They would really benefit from an upgrade here to like web software or something. Every other company has done it. Keychron, Newfi, all of them. Anyway, let's look at this. It's got all the function settings. You can go ahead and change any keys that you want. It's got the macro settings. It's got light settings. You know, this is also weird. You can change. So like it's got the, look at this. Like it's slow. It's just slow. I don't like this software. But you also have this sharing thing, which is kind of fun, where you can go in here and like share lights. So if you don't want to go ahead and set it yourself, you can do that. And we click this one and we go to desk. It's downloaded for those of you that do not want to make your own. So I like this feature. I think that this is one of the better features because for people that don't really want to like set up their own thing or may not have the creativity for it, like this is nice and it doesn't take away from anything. It also has share settings, which I don't really know what that is. I think it's the settings for your board, but I've never seen any. And it also has share macros, and I've never seen any here either. Then you can set up your own account. And then here's your about, where you can do your app version updates and your firmware updates. So like I said, the software isn't bad. It has everything you need. It's just not intuitive. And I feel like, I don't know, like you're paying more on some of the other boards and you get this software that's very intuitive. And for someone that is looking at this, would it be a deal breaker? Maybe not if they know what they're doing. But like, I feel like if you're looking in the $69 range for a Hall effect keyboard, you're probably on the like beginner intermediate level of Hall effect and you just want to get your feet wet in it. So it would really benefit them to update that software. But other than that, it's a good experience. So let's get to the sound test. So yeah, in terms of sound, it's actually one of the better sounding switches. The Otemo magnetic switch, it actually has one of the better out of the box sounds. It also has a nice stable feeling. It has a good up and down. It pops up and down really smoothly and fast. And it has a good typing feel. So for typing and for gaming, it has a really nice overall balance. It isn't the best sounding and it isn't the worst sounding. And so for the price range, that's a bonus. You don't have to necessarily get new switches, although you can, although the software is a little tricky and I'm not really sure if you can calibrate some switches. It looks like you probably can, and those are just presets, but I don't really know because the software is a little janky. And that's the biggest problem I have is the software, because the board itself is quite nice. It has a really nice layout. It has the nice swappable knob. It has a fun design language. It has the back plate. It has the feeties that lock and do not fall when you slide. So let's do the slide test here. So I've got the big feeties out, push forward, did not slide. And now I've got the small feeties out. There we go. And did not fall. So these lock into place great. As you know, that is a huge thing for me, and it's a pet peeve when it doesn't work. It's a lightweight keyboard. You can travel with this. It's got Mac and Windows. It does not have wireless and Bluetooth, so that is a downside to some people, wired only. And yeah, it only has this one color scheme. So I don't know. To me, I think it's a good board. I think it's worthwhile if you're in that budget range. I find as though there is a certain point where you kind of look at Hall Effect and you go, okay, how much am I going to invest? I think you have to start to love Hall Effect in order to invest in Hall Effect. So I think you have to start somewhere. And this would be a good starting place. I think that this has a really fun, playful aesthetic. I think anybody who likes Nintendo games is going to love the back of it. I think it's a good purchase. The switches are nice. The sound is nice. The overall feel of it is nice. The software works, but is confusing. So if the software could get updated, and I'm talking about across the whole Mechlands library, if they would get away from whatever the hell software that is, it's a generic software that like Apple Maker, Acco, a bunch of these different companies use, and it's just bad. So if they could get away from that, it would really elevate all of their products in general. So software aside, because it does work, the switches are nice, the keycaps feel good. The spacebar stab is a little off sounding, the left side versus the right side, but the rest of the keys and the modifiers, they sound good. And overall, it's a nice solid board. It has good give when you're writing, and so it's good for productivity and for gaming. The RGB is south facing, and a lot of people like that, although I like north facing for gaming, but that's just me. Most people like south facing. And overall, the entire package just kind of feels complete, and that is always important in a purchase. And so you've got a nice all-rounder Hall Effect keyboard here. I personally can get behind this board, but let me know in the comments below. Do you like this board? Do you have another board? Have you tried this board? Would you prefer a different board? Do you even like Hall Effect? Do you hate Hall Effect? Let me know, and I will happily have that conversation with all of you. And as always, if you liked the video, like, and if you disliked it, dislike twice. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.